I'm Curtis Hamilton, and this is my Gifts to Students and Staff presentation. When giving gifts to students, depending on what it is for, if it is a fundraiser incentive or something like that, then the gift should come from that account. As far as if it's a fundraiser, it should come from the profits that are brought in by the fundraiser. They should be in nominal value, meaning don't spend over a large percentage of the fundraising money on gifts for the students. It should all, if we're talking about things like awards, achievements, special gifts to give students to help them in the classroom or in the school, that are given at like award ceremonies, things like that, these should be available to everybody, meaning everybody should be able to qualify for them, especially if it's coming out of something like the general fund. Funds should come from the appropriate accounts. So again, if it's an all school, it may come out of the general fund. Again, it should be nominal. But again, if it's for sports or athletics, it should come out of the athletic funds. If it's for Stuco or for some other club, it should come out of those funds that are appropriate for the students that are involved in that. When giving staff gifts, if there's a special occasion or an incident such as somebody's family member died or a wedding or a birth, these should come from a remembrance fund that is set up by the staff, in which they have their own organization on how to run the fund. But again, that keeps it kind of a little bit separate from the actual school funds. Fundraising incentives, again, should be nominal, just as we were with the students, a very small amount. No more than 5% of the funds raised should go to a staff member. Also, when we're looking at gifts, they shouldn't be in some sort of gift card or cash, because that does it due to the regulations on taxes. And then also, if the gifts come from general funds, it should benefit the entire community, school community, meaning everybody should be able to qualify, especially those type of gifts that are like all staff gifts that you would give at like the beginning of year ceremonies or mid-year ceremonies, things that everybody should be able to qualify for. Again, they should be nominal amounts. They shouldn't be in cash or gift cards, because those are taxable, and then everybody should be able to qualify for them. When we are talking about raising funds for staff or students, these would be things like maybe medical costs, specific fundraising for a specific student that's having issues. These should be community or parent organization led. Most of this has to do with the fact that if the school were to raise the money and give it to the staff, they would have to make sure there are certain tax guidelines and proper procedures they go through to ensure the money is handled in the correct way. As the reading said, that you should let organizations in the community kind of lead the fundraising effort in this. It makes it a lot easier process. And then also let local banks handle the funds, so that they are being accountable for this and not your school bookkeeper. And so when looking overall at gifts and raising funds for students and staff, there's a couple of things that I really noticed, and one of them being, keep the gifts to values down low, to a low percent, and then also make sure that the gifts are appropriate and they come from the appropriate funds and are given to the appropriate people for what they have done. Again, if it's an all staff or all student thing and it does come from the general fund, again, it's important that everybody has a chance to receive those awards by meeting a specific standard. So this has been my video on staff and student gifts. Thank you.